Scientists from OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Meta, and Anthropic just co-authored a paper with one message. We're about to lose our ability to understand what AI is thinking.
Billowing into the sky from the gas turbines that power Elon Musk's chatbot Grok. This video was taken using an optical gas imaging camera.
It is even older than this 400-year-old diamond, and twice as large. You're not going to believe this. Watch this.
Which, when you swallow it, the acids in your stomach serve as the electrolyte. And they power it up. And essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token.
What's up guys? 我是大金，欢迎来到我的频道。在这里呢，我们会一起来看一些那些在网络上面流传的一些奇异的、让人脑炸裂的一些影片哦。那在开始之前呢，请帮我先订阅、按赞，非常感谢。那我们话不多说，赶快开始吧 ！Let's go! Alright.
So allegedly, there's a massive fire in Area 51 that's been burning since at least July 4th. And they're just bringing light to it now. And this is the same Area 51 that everybody always talks about. The Area 51 with the extraterrestrial figure. A live stream camera that's set up behind the heavily guarded facility caught everything on camera. And if you look at that video, you can clearly see how much smoke is coming from that area. Now they're saying the blaze was sparked by the Gothic fire, and that fire has grown from 8,000 acres to at least 35,000 acres. And again, like I said, that fire started around July 4th. And of course, you know, everybody that knows anything about Area 51 is panicking right now because there are speculations that it's bigger than just the Gothic fire, that it has something to do with something that's going on in Area 51. Now, allegedly, there are aliens in Area 51. Allegedly, there are other life forms in Area 51. So now people want to know what's really going on with Area 51 and the wildfire that broke out in Area 51. Anybody in Nevada, reach out. We need information. I'm out.
Paranormal investigator Dan Rivera has just been found dead in his hotel room while he was on tour with the Annabelle doll as its primary caretaker. Now, this information is according to the organization hosting the doll's tour across America, and they posted online that Dan suddenly died while at an event with the doll this past weekend. Dispatch records show that firefighters and medics rushed to his hotel on Sunday night where they performed CPR, but the cause of death has not been disclosed. Dan was only 54 years old and was the lead investigator for the New England Society for Psychic Research. Annabelle will continue traveling throughout the US for the next few months.
I came to the conclusion that to be cringe is to just be so unapologetically yourself that it makes others, sometimes even yourself, uncomfortable. To be cringe is honestly to be free. To be free from all of to be free from the perfection that I feel like everyone is chasing. Because if you think about it, to be perfect is subjective. Like, what is perfect? Like, it's only perfect in the eyes of the beholder. To what's perfect to you will not be perfect to everyone else. So if you're trying to be perfect, you still will never be perfect because it's based on what the other person, whoever is looking at it finds perfect. So be cringe, because if you're cringe, you're free. To be perfect it's like an endless cycle of being unhappy, keeping yourself stressed because you're trying to attain something that's unattainable. Be cringe, be yourself, be who you were made to be. Like being cringe is just being yourself wholeheartedly, unapologetically, do it.
Alrighty, so be yourself, 做自己。在美国这个词 cringe 意思就是令人尴尬的，很中二的。但是我们不是也有一个说法吗？就是如果自己不尴尬的话，尴尬的就是别人，其实就是这个意思。
This is a massive first edition King James Bible. It's incredibly heavy, but believe it or not, I have a book that is even older than this 400-year-old Bible, and twice as large. You're not going to believe this. Watch this. Look at this one. I can barely hold it up. It's 500 years old. It's an antiphonal. It's Gregorian chants, all handwritten. It's incredible, but it is so heavy, I have to put it down. I'm running out of breath. I've got to go.
OK， 所以说为什么人家就讲说就是巨人的传言，因为很多 Gregorian chant 那些唱 chant 就是唱 圣诗的这些本子都超级无敌大。但是对啊，一个方面就是你为什么需要这么大？难道是巨人吗？另外一个方面是因为以前的人书是很珍贵的东西，你要唱这个 chant， 大家可能就是看一大本 share 一本书，因为以前没有办法说我们 print 几张出来，每人发一张歌谱，所以说这也是其中一个原因啦。
You're watching emissions billowing into the sky from the gas turbines that power Elon Musk's chatbot Grok. This video was taken using an optical gas imaging camera that can detect gases usually invisible to the naked eye. The researcher who took this footage, Sharon Wilson, is a certified optical gas imaging thermographer who tracks leaks from facilities in the Permian Basin, one of the world's most prolific oil and gas producing regions in Texas. She told Wired that this footage, which was taken at XAI's campus in Memphis, Tennessee, shows one of the densest emissions plumes she's ever seen from a power source. Gas turbines like the ones XAI is using can be a significant source of harmful emissions like nitrogen oxides, which create smog. Memphis already has some of the highest child asthma rates in Tennessee. Locals in Memphis have been saying for months that Musk's company is creating harmful pollution in their majority black community by running these turbines without a Clean Air Act
这些 data center 这些资料处理中心那些都需要电力，然后所以说如果说像大公司比如说 TSMC 台积电这些大公司，其实他们都是自己在发电的。这些公司除了在用国家电之外，他们都自己有发电机。
It may be true that 10 to 20-year-olds don't want to wear a watch on their wrist, but you can be sure that they'll be far more interested in wearing an electronic tattoo if only to piss off their parents. And that's something that you wear, but you could also imagine including authentication in just your daily habits. So I take a vitamin every morning. What if I could take vitamin authentication? This pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch. When you swallow it, the acids in your stomach serve as the electrolyte.
That's what I do.
And they power it up. And essentially, your entire body becomes your authentication token. Yes, this is true. It means that my arms are like wires, my hands are like alligator clips. When I touch my phone, my computer, my door, my car, I'm authenticated in. This is not science fiction. This pill was actually made by a company called Proteus. And they've developed it for medical applications. That pill has been CE stamped and cleared by the FDA. You can take 30 of those per day for the rest of your life.
And then what happens? Does your heart
Nothing.
beat change? Does your
We can just tell that you've taken the pill. I mean, the medical
Yeah.
the medical application.
Does Google now know everything I do and everywhere I go? Because let's face it,
Here,
we like
just,
you guys, but you're from Google.
Just give him some water and let him take
所以
that
这个是
pill.
2013年，现在10年之后，现在再来看的话，有谁会愿意吃下那个小药丸？基本上就像那个主持人讲的，我就是行动 GPS。我吃了一个药丸之后，我就变成行动 GPS， 所以 Google 可以 track 我做的任何事情，包括我身体里面所有机能的运作，他们都可以收集来做成资料。太恐怖了，而且这个在10年前就有了。你想现在大概发展到什么样的情况？ Amazing, amazing.
The smartest AI scientists in the world just issued a terrifying warning, and for the first time, they're all agreeing. Scientists from OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Meta, and Anthropic just co-authored a paper with one message. We're about to lose our ability to understand what AI is thinking. Right now, advanced AI models used in like ChatGPT shows when it's reasoning. It thinks out loud so we can see how it reaches decisions. This is our early warning system when AI goes wrong, but experts are saying that's about to disappear. The scientists found that AI models are already abandoning English in favor of unintelligible shortcuts. Instead of readable thoughts, they're developing internal processes that are faster, more efficient, and completely opaque. Some cutting-edge models already skip language altogether, operating in mathematical space where there's nothing for humans to observe. Think about that. The AI could be planning something dangerous and we'd have no way to see it coming. Two of the most highly regarded individuals in the AI space have endorsed this warning. When the people who created these systems are worried, we should probably be terrified.
太恐怖。All right.
This is the most important aspect about your health that no one's talking about. Your body isn't just a machine, rather it's a field of self-organizing energy and information. And this is how you can improve your health by understanding this. According to NYU professor Dr. Neil Teese, just like how no single bird leads the flock, the same thing for your body, where no single cell or organ runs your body. And this is the scientific framework called complexity theory. All of your cells are constantly self-organizing, where they respond, adapt, and communicate in real time. Where according to Dr. Tees, he says at a quantum level, healing occurs before you even meet a person. Because when you step towards someone with love, intention, and presence, your fields begin to entangle, which might explain the therapeutic presence behind healthcare practitioners or other types of healers where they simply stand and hold space for a patient can actually help them heal. And just like a flock of birds, you are merging into one coherent system. Key takeaway here is that healing can happen when we remember that we're not separate. And it starts by setting those positive intentions for meaningful connections.
Positive intentions for meaningful connections. World peace, world peace. Ghost activity at work. Oh?
Anyways, I'm just getting into work, right? Nobody in this unit. I'm the only one besides the owner with the key. The owner lives all the way in New York. I'm in Oakland, California. So this unit had a fire a few years back. This was a little girl's room. This was her room. And I'm like lost for words right now. I'm sorry. Like, catch my breath. I'm getting chills. The hair standing up on my arms. But the girl that happened to pass away in this unit was 3 years old.
Oh, 分称.
Look at what the fuck I see on
很多
the
分
ground.
称.
Those are not an adult-sized footprint.
Ooh, wow.
Going into the wall. This is where her bed was at, right here. I talked to the owner. I video called him and everything. And I've been here, and little kids laughing. I just thought it was coming from outside. But it's like a little. I felt something go like this to my ear. And yeah, I hear all the activity coming from that closet. And right here, but this really baffled me. Like I said, nobody else has the keys. There's no kids in here. I lock up everything. It's a 4-unit complex. Nobody's in here. Nobody been in here. There's an alarm system. So we got paranormal activity. Look at these little feet. Look at these little cute little feet. If you're in here, ghost, I mean no harm. I'm Uncle Dave. You call me Uncle Dave. Just fixing up your room for you. Okay? But yeah, I believe in ghosts. So if you have anything paranormal, share it on Ghost. But man, I work in every environment, even if it's haunted. You know? But yeah. You know? But yeah. Say something. You hear some ghosts or whatever, or capture ghost activity, share.
OK， 所以你觉得这个是真的假的吗？我一刚开始看的时候，我觉得哇，好恐怖哦，毛毛的。但是我后来仔细看，不知道你们有没有玩过，就是做脚丫子，在一个有雾气的车上，然后你就是做脚丫子的话，就是用手这个地方去就是盖章，就是盖一个章，然后再用手这样都打几个点，就这个小脚丫子。如果说你放慢速度看的话，第一个就是这个小朋友的脚丫子好像他脚站的距离有点奇怪。第一个，第二个就是如果是脚印的话，如果是真的，比如说真的是所谓的就是阿飘的脚印的话，那应该是就是蛮清楚的每一个脚印，因为不知道是什么样子的方式，磁性的方式或者什么我们眼睛看不到的方式，如果说有就是制造了这一个区域的话，那照理说应该是很清楚的。但是我们看到这个脚丫子它是有模糊的，有的是3个5个指头，有的是4个指头，还被抹了一下这样子。所以说我觉得有可能是他们自己就是自己人为的。这个人他的影片他的 account 他不是专门做这种奇异的东西，就他只是每天记录每天生活而已，也有可能搞不好他是真的碰到了就是奇异的事情。那你觉得呢？
Yeah. No. Did I? No.
All right.
This ancient myth explains why some people remember their past lives and others don't. Plato shared this myth in The Republic. It's a story that explores what happens after we die, and why some souls return with memories of past lives. It's called the myth of and in the story, a soldier named dies in battle, but instead of staying dead, he travels through the afterlife and returns to the living to report everything he saw. He learned souls were judged based on their previous lives. The righteous were rewarded and the unjust were punished. After serving their time, each soul was brought to the spindle of necessity, where they could choose their next life. Each soul was then assigned a guardian spirit to guide them through their next incarnation. But before they could return to Earth, every soul had to drink from the river Lethe, the river of forgetfulness. According to Plato, the more a soul drank, the more it forgot. Some drank deeply and remembered nothing. Others only sipped and returned with faint memories of their past lives. That's why Plato says some people are born with no memory of past lives, while others remember glimpses. He taught that the soul goes through many cycles of rebirth until it eventually escapes the cycle through wisdom and self-awareness. So have you ever recalled a past life memory, or do you want to?
我觉得只要你是常常有很多这种预知梦，就是 déjà vu 的这种梦的人，可能都会蛮相信轮回这一说。那当然从来没有做过这种所谓的预知梦什么，那就很难说。但是因为像我的话，也就是可能就是那一部分人，可能就是没有喝下整碗的孟婆汤，所以常常会有这样子的 déjà vu 的这种感觉。所以对这方面的论述也是非常的有兴趣。
Apparently, there's this whistleblower that went on 4chan recently, a couple weeks ago, and he's like, they found in this cave in Antarctica this egg-shaped UFO-looking thing, which that's what we talked about a week ago.
Yeah.
And apparently, after this came out, it gave this one guy the courage to disclose this stuff that they found in Antarctica, supposedly, of this same egg-shaped UFO that they found. But what's also strange is we talked about the hieroglyphics that a lot of people reported seeing on these UFOs. Same thing happened with this UFO, where there's really weird hieroglyphics all over it. Also, there's like a weird catacomb or like a coffin. It looked like a marble sarcophagus, very similar to the one that we talked about in Russia, where that lady was in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that first picture, some of it looks almost like Hebrew.
Yeah.
That looks just like that letter in Hebrew. That one. Super weird, but apparently they're calling him an alien, but he looked like a tall, Nordic-looking man, very pale skin, long blonde hair, 7-8 feet tall, was in that sarcophagus, woke up, and was conversing with them.
Let me explain being a star to you.
Okay.
An artist works their entire life to make it to a certain place, to get their music heard. You know, it's the center point of passion, of love, of sex, of money, of drugs, everything meets in entertainment. There's nobody that isn't a fan of some form of entertainment, okay? So they work their entire career to get to this point. They get to that point and they don't know how they made it. They don't know the difference between one baby and another baby, a song. They don't know why you're calling this baby ugly, but you like this one. You'll say that I look like hell on this, but I don't look like hell on that. Or I'm having a bad day and I snap at a fan, it's on the front page of the New York Times. There's these extreme highs and extreme lows. You're standing out there performing for 17,000 people. They're all screaming, I love you, but you have to run off the stage into a dark tunnel, hop into your car, go to a hotel, not see anybody, because that same 17,000 people will rip you to death if they see you. You will get stampeded by them. They infringe upon every part of your privacy. Now, with those extreme highs and extreme lows, you have that extreme high of 17,000 people. Then you walk into that dark hotel room with nobody around you, and you're told, go to sleep, we got to get up at 6 a.m. You're coming off of that high of that show. What do you do to go to sleep? You have a drink, pop a pill, whatever you need to do to go to sleep.
Oh, wow.
After that hardcore adrenaline rush, at 6 o'clock in the morning when you get back and the sun's coming up, You know what I'm saying? Or on to the next city. And then they wake you up fast and say, we need to get you on this plane. So then you don't sleep and the sleep deprivation sits in. So if you don't sleep for 4 days, what happens? Psychosis. So a lot of this is not, I don't think a lot of it is the drugs. I don't think a lot of it is any of that. I think it's sleep deprivation. You know what I mean? They don't sleep for 4 days. They don't eat for 4 days because they're racing against the clock, because every artist's internal clock is you're only as good as your last hit. You know what I mean? So if they release a song and they have a stiff, their career's over to them. So why didn't they like this one? They liked the last one.
All right.
That is just the coolest thing I've seen.
Wow, 他自己做的。
No, that's awesome, man.
My hydraulic brakes are in here.
Okay, that's cool, dude.
They need some work. I can throw them back on. So I got regenerative braking, but it's not
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, it's an electric rig, so it's a lithium iron phosphate battery that goes to a motor controller that goes to a 2,000 watt motor, and then I just run a chain from the motor to the back wheel, and it gets the job done.
Pretty simple, huh? What made you build it?
I need transportation.
Transportation,
Yeah,
of course.
I'm a student down here, so I don't have a car down here.
Ooh.
And is it all pallets? Is it like recycled pallet wood, or?
No, that would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I grabbed it off from Home Depot.
Home Depot, gotcha. Okay.
So this is cedar wood. I bought it specifically instead of oak wood because it's weather resistant. So it's lasting me a year. I mean,
That's awesome. What you need to do is stain it or put some paint on it, man.
yeah, but see, since it got rained on.
Stain it. That way you keep it the wooden feel, you know?
Right. Since it got rained on, I was like, I don't know if I should stain it because it would trap the water in there. I just had
Gotcha.
no idea. But when I build a 2.0, it'll come with all that, you know.
You definitely got to keep me in touch.
Yeah.
And you said you got an Instagram?
Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
It's called the woodenhorse.brand.
The woodenhorse.brand?
Yeah, I just, people were asking me about it, and I was like, you know what, make a brand.
That is awesome, dude.
Yeah. I wish I could turn on the lights here, but they, you know, well, maybe I can put it at the garage another shot.
Oh, there you go. It's on.
It's on.
Yeah, that's bright too,
Yeah,
man.
that is a 12 volt, 4 amp headlight, so this thing is bright. The taillight's not so bright, but it gets the job done. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so I'm on my way to Costco right now and just grab some food stuff. And yeah, this is my trunk where I put all, you know, my groceries and stuff in. So.
There you go, man. That's all you need, right? That's awesome.
That's awesome, so cool. Alrighty， 那这就是今天分享的影片啦。如果喜欢这类的影片的话，不要忘记帮我订阅、按赞、开启小铃铛，非常感谢。那我们下次再见 ，Have a good one， 拜拜。
Getting on the joystick. No math skill, but she don't quit. Average score, but we still lit. Laughs